say we gotta apologize as black men to a history of not protecting our women, our black women more specifically. When it comes to the Steve Harvey and Monique situation, I'm extremely conflicted in the sense that we're supposed to protect our women. I have a daughter, right? So I have a personal connection with what's supposed to be done and what I've seen done in the past. And what I've seen currently is I've seen emasculation of what a man is supposed to be in American society, more specifically with black men. And if my daughter was to ever see this, I want to tell her, I apologize that I couldn't win every battle, you know, that you're going to go through, and I couldn't prevent you from going through. And I really, 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 really mean that.
That's what they should.
And I would extend that to all of the black girls out there, because this Steve Harvey situation unfortunately creeped into everybody's household, black and white alike, and I just don't like how it made us look. And if we go back through history, because that's what I like history. If we go back through history, we can almost go back to the 14th century, which would be like 13 something, right? And if we're doing math correctly, it would be around about, I don't know, a whole lot of years ago. Anyway, if we go back through history, that was the first thing that an invading army would do. That's the first thing that they would do. The first thing that an invasion army would do is that they would, what they call, ravish the women. Now back then they say ravish, right? And women, but we don't know the ages of those girls that they classified as women. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about Islam, it's like 12 years old. You see what I'm saying? So when they sacked these towns or invaded these towns, we're talking about all of the women that was at like 12 and above was fair game. And the men historically that lost will lose the ability to mate. Hence the armies will come in and mate with, you know, said victims. So I look at that, and I know that's like going all over people's heads, like, damn, how does that have anything to do with what's going on with Monique and Steve Harvey? It's really because Steve Harvey is a black man. You're supposed to protect the black woman. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the public eye. Like, I would never, I don't care what issues me and you go through, nobody else is gonna know that. You know what I'm saying? Especially another man. Because I just gave them the blueprint on how to get you.
Yeah, but you got even more incentive because I'm your wife. I think with Monique, I see both points. Here's the thing. I think the way that Steve articulated his point is what hung him up. It is indeed fact that there's always a way to do things. And to a lot of people, Monique came off as angry, as the angry black woman. Now, is that shoving her into a category to shun her away and dismiss her point? Quite possibly. But here we are with this Netflix thing. She's not getting what she wanted to, she felt she deserved to be paid. And it's join with me and boycotting Netflix, you know, basically so I can get my worth. Okay. Then she had said some things about Oprah with her and her husband Sydney on the podcast. She had said some things about Lee Daniels that were very sharp. Now, I am very blunt and I'm a straight shooter. But even, and I see where Monique is coming from. Like I said, I understand where she's coming from. But even me, as straight as I am, a lot of times even behind this camera, I have to watch what I say, because it can be misconstrued or taken the wrong way. You've got so many people in their damn feelings, and they will crucify you for it. At any rate, here we are, fast forward, because of the things that Monique have said out of anger, justifiably so, she has been blackballed. And you've got Steve telling her first, you know, we as black people can't do this, we can't do that. But then he turns around and says, this is not a black thing or a white thing, it's about a money game. Which one is it? Because first it's black versus white, and then it's about the money. And then Monique says, basically, the problem with all of this is we started basically putting our standards to the side to get the money. The money became the primary focus, and we jeopardized our integrity. Then you've got Steve talking about, basically, I maintain my integrity by maintaining my position so that I can continue to provide for my residuals of what I've earned to continue to sustain my family, be it not only my kids but my grandchildren and possibly great-grandchildren, if he might have thrown that in there, but you get the point. I think that they both have a point, but then you got some people who listen to Steve and what they hear is, I gotta shuck and jive for that dime. That's what they hear. I hear that from that standpoint of the common public, I could see where they would get that from, but I think the overtone of his whole delivery mainly was, there is a way to do things. She should have been watching what she was saying about others, and she probably wouldn't be in this position, but he does feel like it was wrong, she was blackballed, and he understands where she was coming from.
Okay. Alright, I'll say this. A man is gonna be a man. Right? You're gonna stand on your principles. That's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to stand on your fucking principles and your values. What was passed down to you. We failed in a lot of fucking ways. You got a platform. You could have changed all that shit. And you chose not to. You told her in so many words.
Stand down.
Fuck stand down. Bend over. And moan. When you getting fucked in the ass. That's what I took from it. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody's daughter, bro. That's somebody's sister. Somebody's auntie. And you gonna tell her to play the game? The money game? Integrity? Integrity? Yeah, nigga, at the end of the day, that's what you got. What's gonna be on your headstone, bro?
Money game.
Money game. Integrity gonna be crossed out.
We done created a new motherfucking meaning. Money game. They gonna create that nigga a tombstone, put his face on it, put money game and cross out integrity.
Listen, that's all. That's the reason why a whole lot of men in the hood is broke. It's because we ain't gonna play the game. We not gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? I lost my job. The job I love. I ain't even consider it a job because I loved it. Right? I love going there every day. This was my introduction to white supremacy. I ain't know it exists. Matter of fact, if you would have met me then, you would have been like, this nigga here, oh God. Man, I didn't think that white supremacy existed. I just thought, man, intelligent people, ignorant people, cultures, this and that third. That's all I believe. Until my little coat got tugged. My tail got pulled. Boy, did I learn. Oh, I learned that shit quick as hell. I said, oh, okay. Alright. This shit is real. This shit is real. White supremacy, man, that shit. It's gonna take collateral damage, meaning that a little bit of their own and a lot of ours, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna take it down, man. They're gonna maintain this thing. This thing has worked for them. And what he was saying is that let it work for them, but get a little bit of your crumbs when you can. And man, our women worth more than that, man. And I'm sorry, if she gonna be wrong, I'm gonna be wrong with her. You know, if you gonna sell out, man, I'm not with that. You
well, Steve Harvey does have a platform. I mean, you see Ice Cube, and you see different ones. Akon, you see Jay-Z, you see Nas. You see different ones beginning to get things together under the black excellence umbrella. And Steve Harvey at this point can join forces with them. I mean, our major stars, I mean, if they come up off the, if Kanye would stop ass licking, you know what I'm saying? And being pushed, I don't know if they're giving him estrogen shots or what the fuck is going on with this man. But the point is, between him and Diddy and Jay-Z and Steve Harvey and Byron Allen and Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels and Oprah Winfrey and throw her girl Gail in there too, and Mona Scott and Shonda Rhimes. They could all join together. Excuse him while he exits. They can all join together and actually do some things for the black community and get us a whole nother like Black Wall Street sort of thing, you know. And I mean, and that will be wonderful. Just start off with them, and those who are willing to join, I don't know, reach out to the community, get us I don't know. We'll figure out something. I think we really just have to get organized and strategic. But the thing about it is, me personally, I don't fault white people or any other race. I feel like they're doing their thing. It's just time for us to do ours. And I think that's best. I think it's better to not internalize it and just see that we need to begin to do our own thing. And we need those who are before us, who has it, who has the platform, who has the resources and the money to pull together and do the damn thing. And hell, have Farrakhan as your spokesperson, because I'm going to tell you something. That Farrakhan, he be having me going. I don't know. But that's just, you know, that's my thought and idea on that.
But yeah, so Farrakhan what?
No, I was just saying before you exited for a brief moment that all of these people, you heard me listing the names as you were stepping out for a moment. If they got together and, you know, created somewhat like the new Black Wall Street, not that, just painting a picture, not calling it that.
They can't. See, and that's the one big thing about entertainers, and this is the one thing I hate when it comes to entertainment and social media, is the fact that we base our relationships and we base our commentary and our political prowess, I guess, off of entertainers. They're there to entertain. They get a check from somebody that you do not know. You see what I'm saying? They get their marching orders from motherfuckers that you have no clue who the hell is behind and what the hell their agenda is. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is stop with that shit. Stop with that fake shit. Like, and I'm gonna have to go back to relationships, right? So with our relationship, I don't base anything, or I never have based anything that I've done off of what I've learned off of a meme or social media. It was off of it wasn't. It was off of life experiences, what worked and what didn't work. You see what I'm saying? It was basically trial and error. You know what I'm saying? It's what cost our success, or what made it to 10 years. And looking at Steve Harvey and him bringing this wife on and doing this and doing all that shit, I don't even watch all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I see a little tidbits, and I see what people be putting on Instagram and stuff like that, and Facebook, and it's like, it's not real. None of that it's not real. That stuff is placated. You know what I'm saying? It's there to give you this feeling of something that's really not anything. You know what I'm saying? And like from people who's like really lived this relationship thing and seeing the ins and outs and the ups and downs, that ain't nothing close to reality. Nothing close. It couldn't be. Just by sheer 24 hours in the fucking day stance. It's not reality. It couldn't be. They have a job to facilitate. Obligations that they are beholden, contracts and shit like that they're beholden to. There's absolutely no way that they can maintain that relationship in the basis of what they're trying to sell you on camera.
They build their ideal props.
I would say relationships are closer to what Will and Jada put out on that damn red table. When she talked about the real shit, like how he was just basically this Hollywood nigga, and she was just trying to be cool and calm and collective, like she was just trying to be her. Like, that's more close to a relationship than what anybody is going to show you behind them damn cameras.
That's why red table talk slaps.
And that shit, they do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm straight on that. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, I hate to go back, you know what I'm saying, and revisit, you know what I'm saying, the whole relationship narrative, but it speaks to, like, us as black people, we're so emotionally involved. Like, we love, you know what I'm saying, like one of our greatest sayings is, man, do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna say, do you feel me? You know, we really want to know that. Do you feel me? Do you understand? Man, you understand where I'm coming from, nigga? Like, dog. Like, because we are emotionally tied to our situations. And unfortunately, there's powers out there that know that. And they use that shit against us. And that was one situation with motherfucking Monique and Steve Harvey. That was the situation right there. That was a glaring example of what you're willing to do for the dollar and what you're not willing to do for the dollar. One is going to require integrity, the other one is not.
Man, that shit was deep.
What you get at the end of the day, what you get.
It's right in front of our face. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to convince this handsome man, this loving man of mine, to do this again, because I think we did a great job. Like if you agree, and make sure you share it with your friends. All right, y'all. Check you next time. Bye. Make sure you choose Rocky Road Productions LLC Porch Talk to feed your entertainment needs. And you can do that by following us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you like this video and share it with all your family and friends. Tag somebody in it, why don't you? And don't forget to comment down below and let us know how you feel. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe. That's right. You'll catch us every week. Looking forward to see you again next time. Bye.